Guys, almost ready? Good morning to you. Jumbo, ni hao ma. I think it's time. Let's get on with it. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, boo, boo.
Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of more than 20,000 foreign exchange traders. We gather here today to conduct technical and fundamental analysis with the overriding goal of planning our trades in advance.
Let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose.
Hey, my name is Wayne. I'm a currency trader just like you. I love, love, love being a currency trader. So today I thought we would what? We would talk about what? The Fed, the ECB, the BOJ, the BOE. We can talk gold, oil, Bitcoin. We can talk of the dollar. We can do all kinds of things. But let me say this, you're the boss and I'm the servant. I am here to serve you. Will you please let me know how I can help by asking questions in the chat? It'd be my pleasure. Technical and fundamental analysis? Yes. We can do that. Trader psychology? Yes. Psychobabble? I'm capable. You know I am. So, I don't know. I'll let you lead. Okay? So, take my hand and let's run. In the description below today's video, there are many, many, many links. There are many. In fact, why don't I youtube.com/Forex.Today. Okay, we can look, show more. Okay, all right, free webinar. This one's good. It's a good webinar. Trust me. You're going to get the recording, so you don't have to like register or wait or anything. Pops you in really quickly. 3 trading secrets that may triple your profits without changing your indicators and while spending less time at your charts. And how to do all 3 of these things for free. It's good, I'm telling you, legit. There's links to the royalty-free music. Hey, there you go, YouTube. Wait, you probably can't even see, right? No, you can't even see. I'll just switch over to here. Try FX Bootcamp. It's $88 a year. Try tradersway.com, a trustworthy, ethical foreign exchange broker. Really, really good brokerage firm. Try a demo account. See if they can earn your loyalty and respect. On the FX Bootcamp YouTube channel, there's it's 4 different videos on how to use technical analysis like moving averages, oscillators, pivot points. And what's the last one? Price action, maybe? I'm not sure. It's good. It's free. It's on the YouTube, the FX Bootcamp YouTube channel. Okay. I used to have a link to my book. There's no book. Oh, there's my book, Strategical and Tactical Forex Trading. Hey, can you leave a review on this? You don't have to buy it. Don't worry about it. You don't have to buy it if you don't want to. If you have purchased it, would you leave a review, please? Kyle's still the last one, way back in March. Man, it's June. It'd be great if somebody, right, could write a review, please. Please. Okay. I am writing a new book, right? 63 foreign exchange trading. Actually, it's not 63 trading strategies using technical analysis. So I'm doing that one right now. Anyway, so there's lots of stuff. I think you'll like this one too. Anyways, all those links are in the description below. Go check them out. Again, FX Bootcamp, Quant Box, tradersway.com, and so much more. Ooh la la. All right, so let's start here. Let's start here, and this is the Bank of Japan website. They released monetary policy. Okay. The bank will purchase a necessary amount of Japanese government bonds without setting an upper limit so that the 10-year JGB yield will remain around 0%. Okay, so yield curve control is the same. They also kept interest rates negative. So what that means is between now and the next meeting, which is what, 7 weeks away, 6 weeks away, you have permission, if you want to, you can sell the Japanese yen and the Bank of Japan won't get in your way. Doesn't mean it's a sure thing, but it means you're not fighting the Bank of Japan. Okay? Taking a quick look at the world here, you can see Bitcoin is a huge outlier. Very, very up. And all these things over here, all the ends seem to be up. Okay? Everything that, right? Most things that should be up are up, in particular if there's a dollar on it or a yen on it. Okay, so Bitcoin up 2% right now. Okay, I mean, look, the biggest loser is only down 0.4%. Bitcoin's up 2. Okay, Dow up, S&P500 up, NASI up. Okay, Nikkei up. A yen up, a yen up, a yen up, a yen up, a DAX up, a yen up, a yen up, a yen up. Like, dude, seriously. Okay, look, all the yens are up, which means the Japanese yen is weak, which is set by the monetary policy released last night. So you should be all over that, right? Like stink on a skunk. And you're like, Wayne, Skunks don't actually stink. I know, but anyways. So let's take a look at the world today. There's that Bank of Japan interest rate. They kept it the same. Austrian CPI high. Yeah. Okay, yeah, some speeches. Yeah. Some speeches. Great. Euro area inflation. Only 7%. Holy smokes. Crazy, huh? 7%. All right, coming up in a couple of hours, we have Michigan consumer sentiment. And remember, a lot of people like to track the subcomponents of that. So that's moderately important. I wouldn't make a big deal out of it. I wouldn't call it a, I wouldn't give it a high rating, but it is well tracked, and more consumer confidence, consumer spending, and all that kind of stuff. Like that's what this is about. Anyways, so more than ever, this is being tracked. So, okay, pay attention to that today. Later on today, you're going to get the Baker Hughes rig count. So if you trade oil, that's a big one. Okay, and then, of course, at the end of the day, we get the update to the Commitment of Traders report. So we can update our smart money tracker. Institutional investors are heavily long gold, heavily short the Japanese yen and the S&P 500. They're really short Australian dollar, and I think that's going to change. Anywho, dollar currently is weak. Japanese yen currently is weak. Okay? Now, the opposite and equal to US dollar very often is euro. So we're paused here. They're aggressive here. Some are interpreting the Fed meeting, the recent Fed meeting, as dovish. I'm like, really? Well, anyways, down is down, and that's what is happening. And very often when dollar down, euro is up. Pound is also up. So lots of risk going on here. That's already happening. So I could tell you to be on a euro yen. You're probably a little late. But nonetheless, how about this one? The mediocre trade right now would be Aussie dollar, Aussie yen. But maybe it won't be mediocre by now or next week or by the end of the day. Richard says, new update to QuantBox. There are updates coming very, very shortly, but none of the things I showed you is an update. But yeah, there are updates coming. Oh, for sure. So anyway, so why don't we kind of think forward? I mean, look, I'll show you. We can start with what's already working. Okay, Aussie dollar's already working. CAD, right? You can see that is already working. Kiwi, already working. Okay, USD mediocre. We can go in here. This one already working. There's no need to cover it now, is what I'm trying to say. Like, this is already working. Yeah, I mean, we've been following this very closely for a very long time. You shouldn't just be getting on the clue train now. Okay? You know what I'm talking about? Okay? Like, right? So it's already happened. So what? What you should be doing on these is like marking this, and maybe, you know, maybe at the end of the day, you'll get an opportunity to buy it at that price. So what you got to do is try to figure out what's next, not what's already occurred. And so one of the things I'm thinking about, if we go to the scan USD scenario, okay. Okay, by the way, that's from last night. All right. I'll see. So this one isn't working now, and that's the important part. Okay, projected buy zone for today is down here at 68.5, but Monday's is about where we are now, around 68.80, and that's where we are now. Okay, so you could have this as a plan A, Or plan B would allow it to fall further down and then buy it. Okay? So you got to look at this zone, or you got to look at that zone, and plan A is first, plan B is next. Okay? You see? So it's mediocre now, but you don't want to like find trades that have already occurred. Okay? The target here is, if you're lucky, this goes to 70. You might only get this 69.5. So there's 50, 60, 70 pips in this for the day. Richard set the calendar. That's not new. It's always been there. Okay. Look at this. It's just wonderful trading, huh? Up, 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 down, down, buy. 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 Up, 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 down, down, buy. Up, up, down, down, buy. Up, up, out. What do you stink? Smell like a plan? Didn't even get a pullback today. It's so bullish. Just cray bullish. Makes it difficult. You can catch a flying bullet, but it's probably going to hurt. Probably dangerous. So again, not even a real pullback. This is Monday's projected buy zone around 128. So it's got to fall 40, 50 pips before you even get a shot. Probably not going to happen now, but that's why, maybe on the open, huh? There's the Kiwi. Yeah, good. Okay, we're in the upper bounds of this trend. Okay, doesn't mean it can't run further. It's just we're getting closer to the likely end statistically. USD yen. Okay, it's not a great trade right now, but you could try it. Because dollar's not really strong. It's just yen doesn't look strong either, right? So anyways, let's see what you guys are trading. Thank you for doing the poll. Yeah, dollar, I guess. Yeah. So I imagine dollar weakness currently. Okay. Harvester of profits. All right. Yeah, let me just set that. It's still, look at it, keeps doing this. I guess I have to do that. And then do vertical. There. All right. Okay, so really, I think for the next bit, you need to be looking for dips on these pairs. So I think that's really what you should be doing. You're in high-risk zones. Remember, no policy change at the Bank of Japan, which means we already know all of this. Okay, we already know all of this. So the next thing is the next dip. And it may not happen today, yo. Okay, that's the thing. So today you should be focused on whether you can catch pullbacks on these either later today or next week. Some of you guys are talking about kitty cat. Okay, let's restate the obvious. Okay. The target for the Canadian dollar versus the US dollar is way down to 122. We're at 132. There's a 1,000 pip move potential in this pair. That would assume risk on. We're not so sure if that's actually going to be there, but that's what that says. Now, the other way of interpreting this is the best buying price for bulls is there. So this could be risk on for, let's say, a month. And then we lose all that enthusiasm, that irrational exuberance, and we find out the U.S. economy and really global economy is in more trouble than we thought, and we would move back this way. And so you would end up buying around 130. So if you're a long-term bear on global GDP, then USD CAD could drop 200 pips, and then you'll buy it and you'll hold it. Okay, let's take a look at commodities like gold, oil, and Bitcoin. Okay, bitty, 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 can't you see? Okay, it's not doing great in the moment, as they say in Paris. That's kind of downish. So this resistance area, and of course you could readjust to this resistance area, is probably key if, but you know, it's weird because the other asset classes are poised for risk on, and this is in a risk off trend. So be careful. We lack congruency there in intermarket congruency. My oh my WTI. Okay. We have enough oil, but nonetheless, this is a higher high. Okay. You can see we've developed a stairway to heaven. And today's buy zone was buy at around 70, 69.80, but obviously, psychologically, 70 is the real deal. And 70 was the number, and the number was 70. 80 was right out. So risk on, baby. Risk on leads to crude on. Remember, we have a rig count coming up. Tidal Wave says, how long does a typical swing trading group session last? Yesterday was 3 hours? Some of them went 4, and Europeans are like, dude, too long. So I'm like, right, they got to go to bed. So I'm like, okay. So I'm trying to cut them back, right? I'm trying to not cut them back, but like tighten them up. And I thought we did okay. We could have cut it a little bit, but yeah. Yeah. Okay. So anyways, that's interesting, huh? I have a good project that I'm working on right now. For those that love to trade oil, Oh my gourd, I got some good things I'm working on right now. Mistress says, can you check Japanese 225? I already did that. You'll have to watch the recording. But let's just say if it's up, then it's stuck. Yeah, I already talked about the Bank of Japan meeting last night. Yeah, it's all done, man. Taking a look at gold, risk on, weak dollar, persistent inflation, pause, Fed's not going to do nothing, boom. Back to the moving averages and up. Oh, my pleasure, mister. MR. Okay. So back to the top of the range. I've already identified all of this. Huh? Look at this. See, you forget, right? You're stuck on a 15-minute chart all day. And you forget that really if you just back out to a 1 hour or a 4 hour, nothing's actually happened on this asset class, and it stinks and reeks of mediocrity. But nonetheless, it went from the bottom of the channel to the top of the channel. Great. Kind of what it's supposed to do, right? Sky Killer says Fed was so hawkish. Yeah, but not everybody thinks that. All they know is pause. That's all they know. Pause is a pause is a pause. Okay, the market's going to do what the market wants to do. It's okay. Maybe they're thinking 5 years in advance. Maybe they're thinking the Fed's only going to raise 2 more times and then it's over. I mean, and they're like, well, that's okay. That's not going to kill the economy. Dakar says, Wayne, how likely is it that we are risk on for the rest of the year? Well, that's another project actually that I'm working on. Wouldn't it be nice to have some sort of gauge or measure of risk on, risk off by looking at a basket of investments and analyzing that like an index. And so we won't know how long it'll last, but we'll know how strong it is. And we can measure the relative change in that risk on, risk off-ness. You're like, dude, that's a good idea. I know it's a good idea. That's why I'm doing it. So anyway, would it last all year? I don't know. I don't know the future. I think there's a couple of things. I think it's irrational. I also know that the breadth of the risk on move in the stock market is very narrow. And so one of the things I said in the Quant Box video today is you might want to take your favorite stock market index and see they're cap weighted, meaning the bigger the company, the more weight it has. So like Apple is a $3 trillion company. So the problem is if Apple goes up 1%, it makes it look like nearly the entire market went up 1%. But what if the market did nothing, but Apple went up? It's so gosh darn big that it makes the index look like it went up. So if you could then make Apple the same value or weight as any other stock, so now if you can find an index that's equally weighted, not cap weighted, right? Then you might find that actually there is no stock market rally. And therefore there may not actually be exuberance. It's a mirage. Maybe. Okay. Yeah. So anywho, yeah, gold, oil, Bitcoin, we did all of that. We did dollar pairs, we did yen pairs, we did the calendar. Is there any other way I can serve you today? If not, I'll leave you to it. We'll keep this meeting tight. Thomas is, where can I buy euro dollar again? At the airport. So Thomas, I first of all, thank you for being part of the community, and you always ask questions. The part that gets me is you always ask me what to do. I'm more interested in teaching you how to get to the conclusion. So you often say, should I do this, or how do I do? No, I'm not going to tell you how to trade. That's not my role, to give you a trade signal. But you want to do what? Where do we buy euro dollar? Well, let's try to tackle it properly. Let's open this up. Okay, what time period do you want to buy and hold this trade? Are you on a 1-minute chart, 15-minute chart, hour chart, 4-hour chart, daily chart, weekly chart? What do you want? Okay, 1H. So you're a day trader? Okay. Okay. Oh, and by the way, and to somebody else, like I guess maybe Mr. is asking people about, should I do this, should I do that? If you don't know what you're doing, you need to stop trading right now. Just stop. Okay, you're polluting the air. Okay, so spend some time educating yourself. And by the way, if you got to get rich quick, it ain't going to happen. Don't worry about it. No, it's nonsense. So you need to have a long-term view of your foreign exchange trading business. I mean, look, if you want to get rich, try prostitution or robbing banks, but you know, they're illegal and unethical maybe. And they're probably not enjoyable, and they're probably very dangerous. So you should probably focus on building a long-term sustainable business based on value creation and proper skills and analysis and hard work and effort and blood, sweat, and tears for years. And I think if you have that mindset, you'll do significantly better. Okay, just on that. Okay. So let's go into a 1H here, and we're talking about buying euro dollar. Well, it's a tricky one because it's so out of position. So really, you got a 1H moving average there and a 4H moving average down here, which I already have highlighted. So plan A, plan B. Okay, so you get into here, and your plan probably on the short run in the next few hours is maybe something like this. That's how you would do it if you were you. Okay. Is that helpful? Okay. By the way, this is not my trade plan. This is a discussion we had where it says buy price, stop loss, no target, let run. This is a conversation from last night's swing trading group. It was one of the many things we did. And that's not necessarily the trade plan. It's not even my trade plan. But it is an open discussion of what do you think? Why do you think it? How did you get to that conclusion? Where would you do this? Why not do that? What time frames? What analysis? How do you know you're right? How do you know you're wrong? I mean, serious open questions. It's not me telling you how to do it. If you have a few $1,000,000 you'd like me to manage for you, you let me know. I'll charge you some money. Okay? But FX Bootcamp's not about me making decisions for you. I want you to be a better trader than me. I want you to be an independent trader that does analysis and trades based on logic and skill and patience and discipline. Okay. Warnot says you're bearish on euro dollar. Well, to say it differently, I was bullish on US dollar based on the potential risk of recession. It's the same, but a little bit different, right? And so you would look at things further out. I don't have the right template for this. Let's see if I can just use a different euro dollar template so I don't destroy that plan. And yeah, okay. So let's go back to this. Warnuts is like, hey, I was bearish. Well, if I were me, this is what I would do. Okay. There are two sections that I would look at immediately in my normal, my normal routine, I guess is what I'm thinking of. To me, that's the best buying price. If you were going to buy it, that's where you would buy it. If you're going to sell it, that's where you're going to sell it. So if I had concerns about the U.S. economy, I would be ready, willing, and able to trade a reversal to the downside that occurred around 109. Did that happen? No. Did I expect it to happen? Yes. Okay. And I still now look at this area and I still think down is possible, but there's no rush. At that price, that R1 is not that important to me. Okay. So I'm like, yeah. So now I'm more like on the short to medium term, right? More neutral. But this 111 area gets more interesting to me. And that would be, once again, where I would look for if price gets up there and reverses. So like we hit this and then it drops. Okay. Then I engage to the south side because I'm assuming bulls are taking profit and at the very least maybe bears start trading based on the same potential risk off. Okay. So it's not necessarily me or trading isn't necessarily about you sort of picking the market or beating the market. It's knowing at what prices these things typically turn and being ready through anticipation of whether that's a reasonable opportunity or a mirage. And some of that's going to be set by fundamental bias and some not, okay? Some more technical. We know two things that have changed. You said I was bearish a week or two ago. Well, what has changed? Okay? ECB has gone very hawkish. They said, Christine Lagarde said, they didn't even, the governing council, didn't even talking about pausing one day. They're as hawkish as you could possibly get. The Fed has paused. So at least on the short run, there's potential for more up. This goes up. This doesn't go up nor down. Now, what I would assume would happen after the meeting, if it were me, I interpreted the market, the Fed meeting as they're very hawkish. They're going to raise 2 more times. That's not priced in. Dollar should be strong. But I immediately see, well, that's not what's happening now. So I don't sell this. You see? I don't sell it because I believe something. I have a bias, and if it then starts going from bullish to bearish, and I understand the bearish potential fundamentally or quantitatively, then I know to get short and hold and let my winner run. Otherwise, this is all just a random walk. So it's going up. So I would buy dips and day trade it. Okay. So a typical day trade, for example, is 33.99 OCO. Okay. So I would day trade it up, but I would swing trade it down, which could be, for example, 99,333. So I'm not treating the technical analysis equally. Okay, we're not. I have to combine the economy with the market. Okay. Yeah, good. Was that helpful? Yeah, no? Coolio. So that's how you do that short-term long, but long-term short. So you could say if you are a short-term bull, you're a day trading bull. So I go to pivot points, daily confluence bullish. I'm a day trader, baby. Yeah, that's what you are. Okay. And, well, what I wanted last night would look like that. That hasn't happened, or it hasn't happened yet. And the next one's probably like that. So I'm going to spend my day looking for the blue or the red opportunities as a bullish day trader of euro dollar. If it rolls over here and Monday instead looks more like a series of lower highs and a lower low off of my monthly R pivot, then I'm going to sell for the rest of the week. And I'll probably target this and actually lower than that. So it might be 1 or 2 or 3 days up, but if it rolls over here, it's probably 1 or 2 weeks down. So I do not trade things equally weighted. I filter through quantitative analysis of macroeconomic data, which leads me to a bias, which leads me to different types of trading strategies based on my market outlook. And I develop a market outlook based on the economic outlook. Okay? So make sure you try QuantBox. Watch that video. Honestly, guys. Do I still have the video thing up? I don't think I do. YouTube.com/Forex.Today. Hang on. If you're not familiar with QuantBox and the importance of it, you really do need to watch this. And this webinar here will actually show you how to do it for free and where to get the information so you can do it for free. So I don't even care if you sign up for QuantBox or not, but I really do care if you do it or not. I want you to understand macroeconomics and then be able to do comparative analysis between asset classes like euro dollar versus euro yen versus euro Swissy, okay? And make better decisions for your trading and investing. So I want you to do that. So make sure you go in. You know what? I'll just pop you the link. I'll pop the link in here. You should watch it. Hey, it's Friday. What else are you going to do? Okay. So one last question. I'm asked, Aussie dollar swing trade? Well, a couple of things that you should know. One, we're at the projected top already for the month of June, so it may be done. Okay. Wayne the blogger, I just posted that. And by the way, I think I'm going to open up a, what do you call it? An affiliate program for QuantBox. So Wayne the blogger, right? Wayne, if you got 1 million followers on your blog and you're passionate about investing and trading and macroeconomics as well as technical analysis, hey, I'm thinking about setting that up. I want to find ways to promote it. Yeah, I want people to use the tool. It's absolutely critically important, I believe, honestly. So just if anyone here is in a situation like that where you got a following, Sky Killer, yeah, well, you know, yeah, don't do it. It'll make people call it a scam. Well, what can I do? Okay. So if 10 times more people use it and 10% of those 10x call it a scam because it wasn't promoted properly, 90% of the 10x is going to be will benefit. So you know what? I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm worried about that too, but I might be willing to give it a try. All right. So give me one reason why you believe Aussie dollar will go higher than the pivot profit zone. Okay. We're at the logical target for the month. That gray area that we're in is the top. It's not supposed to go higher. But let's just say, for sake of argument, we are going to 71 on Aussie. Give me a reason why. China stimulus, okay. But we already know that, and so that was 3 days ago. Like, that was the trade of the week. So is it enough to go all the way through this zone here? I don't know. Anything else? Risk on? Yeah, but once again, that's the whole play. New. We need new information, guys. Don't think backwards. Think forwards. Michael's like, right? Mikhail's like, hey, it'll continue until it breaks. Yeah. But this whole gray zone is a predictive area of where it would break. So you, in a normal world, you should be taking profit now. So you wouldn't be thinking 71. But somebody asked me about up on Aussie dollars. So I'm like, well, then tell me, why would it go up? Dropping tariffs? Maybe. Go on, guys. Why is it going to go up another 250 pips despite already being at the top? Type in a question mark if you're thinking about it or you don't know. Just show me that you're listening and you care. If you don't have an answer, you don't have a guess, type in a question mark. Otherwise, why will it go higher than the expected high? What is it that we don't know? So again, stimulus, we already knew that a week ago. Think forward. Chinese interest rates, we already knew that. They cut the RRR, they cut the interest rate, they're doing other things. We already knew this. Think forward. Don't look backward. Look at the calendar. What is happening next week? Look forward, not seasonality. That's a maybe. But we're asking, why are we going to break this now? Because the Reserve Bank of Australia is going to raise interest rates next week. So if we're going to 71, that is what's going to do it. Now, is it going to like move sideways and then pop on the announcement? No, it would be front running. If anything, we're going to hit 71 right around Tuesday. Okay? You guys have to predict the future, not the past. So hey, have a wonderful weekend. You trade safe out there. There's still news coming out. There's news coming out at 10. There's news coming out at 4. Okay? So I invite you to join FX Bootcamp. I invite you to watch this this webinar. Honestly, I think it'll knock your socks off. Remember, I'm showing you how to do all the things for free and where to get the information. Is it next week or July 4th? Okay, yeah, you're right. Sorry, I got Bank of England on my mind. July 4th, so it's 10 days, right? Yeah, so I apologize for that, but you're absolutely right. Thank you for doing it. Is it a bank holiday or a market holiday, Meta? If it's a market holiday, yeah, then I won't live stream, but I probably will forget and do it anyways. Yeah. So, well, it could impact things. Yeah. So anywho, yeah, man, what an awesome community. Thank you for being part of Forex.Today. Try QuantBox, try FX Bootcamp, try Trader's Way. And I got some amazing things that are going to knock your socks off that are coming through the pipeline. I think July and the rest of this summer is going to be amazing. So thank you for being on this journey with me. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. Cheers.